Oh yeah.
What is it?
Ladies, gents and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. And we've got a very, very adrenaline pumped Friday. If you've got your breakfast with you, you better add some F-35s to it, because that's what's coming. F-35As of the 48 Fighter Wing. They've requested quick climbs, and it's going to get a little bit good. There's our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby, on the controls. Ted's getting excited. My name's Nikos, I'm your cameraman, historian and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby, on the controls. And we've got runway 05 in use for quick climbs. Here we go. So we've got a AKA trouble, as we call them. They're using runway 05. Let's have a look at you. There's trouble taxiing now. There they are. What else we got? Anything on the other side? Nothing on the other side. So quick climbs from 05 are a little bit exciting. So the 48 Fighter Wing F-35s are flown by the 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers, Mors Inimicus, and the Fear the Reaper, and the 495th Fighter Squadron, the Valkyries. Mala ipsa nova. Bad news itself. Both F-35 squadrons, interestingly, have Latin for their mottos. The 495th were given the nickname Valkyries by you. That's right, it was put in the pot for suggestions. Their last nickname were the Thundervarks between 77 and 1991, flying the F-111 Aardvark. And after the retirement of the F-111 from here, and along with the inactivation of the 495th, the Thundervarks, they came back 30 years later on the 15th of December 2021 to make Lakenheath the first ever USAF wing. That's right, USAF, United States Air Force in Europe. That's what the letter E stands for. The first ever F-35A wing, you know it is. And then a year later, saying goodbye to their F-15 C and Ds, the 493rd Fighter Squadron, the Grim Reapers, they transitioned also to the F-35A. So we've got two F-35A squadrons and two F-15E Strike Eagle squadrons. The 492nd Fighter Squadron, the Mad Hatters, locally and lovingly known as the Bowlers for their headgear, the bowler hat. Guns up, and also the Panthers, the 494th Fighter Squadron as well. Bleed red, the maddest, finest, meanest. And I love getting that wrong every time. All I can hear on people's radios is quick climb, quick climb, quick climb. Well, it's a good day for it. I can't see any issues. So quick climbs, if you're new to this, there's a lot of people that have got a misconception that quick climb is different to an unrestricted climb. They're both the same thing. Unrestricted climb is a term that has been used for quite a long time, but here it's called a quick climb. They're both exactly the same. Now, unrestricted climb does not mean climbing vertically forever. There is a restriction that they're told to climb to a flight level. Now you might think, well, how is that unrestricted? It's not about how high they climb, it's about the climb rate itself. You are talking about an aircraft that's about to do 450 miles per hour and it's going to pull up. That means clearing the airspace. That means making sure that there's no aircraft such as slow moving as well, light aircraft, civilian aircraft, people going on their holidays to Barbados, you know, that kind of thing, you know, the usual. So it's about the climb rate, not the altitude. So you will hear sometimes, very rarely, you will hear unrestricted climb to a flight level of flight level 150. What does flight level mean? Just basically add 2 zeros, that'll give you the feet. Flight level 150 means 15,000 feet. You'll hear a quick climb to a flight level of 150. Okay, so now that you know unrestricted climb does not mean, I mean, that's probably thanks to movies where you've probably seen Maverick go unrestricted and he just keeps going. Not quite. It will be restricted to a flight level, because it doesn't mean flight level, you know, unrestricted climb to flight level 50,000 feet, does it? No, unless it is cleared, of course. But no, they are restricted in that sense. It's just, it means you've got a fast moving aircraft to do what it's got to do. Performance takeoffs, again, subject to that. That's why when you hear performance takeoff, it doesn't always go vertical. It just means it's going to be climbing quite quickly or moving very, very quickly. So QRA takeoffs, performance takeoffs, unrestricted climbs, quick climbs, it's all in the same bag. It's all aircraft specific. The performance takeoffs on the Typhoon, while it's got an excellent 1:1 or 1.2 to 1 thrust to weight ratio, which means from brakes release to 8 seconds, it can actually pull up into the vertical climb. If you haven't got a 1:1 thrust to weight ratio, so if it's below, so in this case a 0.9, then it needs to pick up speed before it can pull up. Basically escape velocity. 450 miles per hour is what you're going to see, and then pull up. It depends on the pilot. There's no set miles per hour, no set speed, okay? It's all to do with the pilot. So for example, Typhoon will pull up from 185 miles per hour. And what we're talking about here is from brakes release to 8 seconds, the pilot's pulling in 50, 60 degree and then vertical, but it can climb vertically. That is the difference. And if you haven't got a thrust to weight ratio better than 1:1 or at least 1:1, then you're going to have to blast it down the runway like they're going to do now. 425, 450 miles per hour. You've got the speed. Now pull up. See? What does thrust to weight mean? Well, the thrust to weight ratio itself. So the F-35A has a max thrust of 43,000 pounds of thrust. Now let me just tell you, this is the world's most powerful engine in a fighter jet. It is. There's no other like it. Now we're talking about a single engine here. Yes, the F-22 has a combined power of 70,000 pounds of thrust, but both engines are 35,000 pounds each. This 43,000 pounds of thrust. Empty weight 29,000 pounds. Yes, you're going to add some fuel to that. Okay, 15,000 pounds, whatever you want. But you can have a 1:1 thrust to weight ratio in this, but then it just means putting less fuel, less payload. See, it's not a problem. It's not always about, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about how they take off, right? It's not exactly a combat requirement, although it is pretty cool to see as a spectator, right? Now the engine that you can hear spooling, that tone, that high pitch tone buzzing, that's the Pratt & Whitney F135 PW100. A little bit different to the PW600 from yesterday. What up, Aspen? How you doing? Craig Oliver, how you doing? Mark Keynes, Perez, Matt Manbush, Davey, Hazy Hayes, how's it going? Hope we're all good and well. So ladies, gents, teddy bears, the pilots would have done their checks. Now it's time for you to do your checks. Please give us a thumbs up. If you tuned in, do give us a thumbs up. It does help push the channel. YouTube gets excited with their algorithmics. That's a good word. It does help the stream get out there. So click the like, hype it if it's available. Please do support our channel. There's a bit of trouble over there. Trouble, aka F-35s. Actually, trouble is F-35A. 9G pull-in. Max speed 1.6, loiter time forever.
Yeah.
More taxiing out for departure. Here we go. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Hope we're well. Welcome to RAF Lakenheath, home of the 48th Fighter Wing. Big shout out to all roles, the 48th Medical, RAPCON, 48th OSS, 48th Civil Engineer Squadron, the SF, LE, OSI, how we all do, medics, crew, engineers, FGS. Hope we're all good.
Yeah, I see.
Max fuel on the F-35A is £18,250 that you can have. 13,500 in the B. A little bit more in the C variant, as we spoke about the different variants. You can have a £18,000 of payload on the F-35A, 4 internal hardpoints, along with 6 external. The F-35A, or actually all the F-35s, they are multi-role. They can play a variety of roles. And for those that get a bit concerned about stealth, the external hardpoints are for different roles. Yes, it will affect the RCS, but it depends what role you're going to play. Just because you have stealth doesn't mean you're going to use it. But the thing is, stealth can mean a few other different things as well. That's right, ECM, electronic countermeasures, jamming, blocking, opening up gaps in radar, minefields. Trust me, it's got all that. Hence trouble. Armed with its other attributes, such as the DAS system, this distributed aperture system, 6 infrared cameras that does a lot more than just take photos. Infrared day or night, causing a fusion and a bubble with other F-35s. It detects, tracks, a bit like an IRST but a bit more fancier. It's a bit like going into Harrods for your milkshake. Also got the EOTs underneath, made out of very romantic precious gemstones, sapphire. Looks like a nice polygon. Some good words coming out from me today. Looks like a very fancy 50,000 carat sapphire ring on the bottom, but it's not. It's the electronic optical targeting system, EOTs. Right, get ready for this. We're about to punch holes in skies in a moment. The acceleration on the F-35A is absolutely sensational. So by the time it reaches us, it's going to be about 450 miles per hour. G's pulled between 5 and 7, between 5 to 7 G's pulled. And now you know. I think this was flight level 100, but it doesn't matter. We're here to enjoy whatever. More trouble taxiing. it's about to get noisy. Get ready. So, climb down. Boom. Now looks like a good spot. Nice bit of cloud, give it a bit of depth. Just got to watch out for that sun, which you know it is. Here we go.
Right above that road.
Here we go. See, pilots can't just do a quick climb, they have to get it approved. I think I just heard someone's radio asking if it is if it's been approved. I didn't quite hear if it had. But it's good that they do that. You know, the pilot isn't just going to go and do a quick climb because it needs to be approved. It is all for safety. Looks like some sort of delays with the airspace. But this is what I mean. You can't just do a quick climb. They have to be approved, and for good reason. There's all sorts of traffic in the skies. Here we go. I just love the sense of humour here, it's brilliant. But that's what it's all about, a family. Here we go. If sales ain't good for Weetabix, maybe they should use F-35s in their adverts, because that was just tremendous. Ho ho! Got more G's than Warren. It's beautiful.
So grip on the first one, didn't get the last one.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the power of Pratt & Whitney right there. You know, Pratt & Whitney and Lockheed Martin stuck a human being on a rocket, and that's what happened. Beautiful.
But I didn't think there was two.
I think everyone's awake now. Don't forget, please hit that like button. You've been cleared to quick climb on that like button. It's so cool, 05. But it's nice to get both. It's nice to get both ends, which is why I like staying here. And you get a best of both. You can see it from this angle, you can see it from the other angle. It's all good.
I mean, I'll switch back to this one.
Be quick.
It's actually... Oh, I'll just use this one.
And I can hear more F-35 spooling in the distance there. So that's good. That means there's going to be more. That means more to leave the floor.
Oh, if it's that.
Lovely turnout on that second one, wasn't it? In fact, they were all good. Both of them were excellent.
It's the other way round. Like it's left to zoom out and left to zoom in.
Thanks for jokes for this.
Just two have gone so far. There's loads. So
Driving in, I just saw
did you
them,
see
like,
it?
Damn it.
Well, they've only just started. You've only just missed two.
Oh, okay.
There's loads going out. So
You started up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good. What are you going to go around there, or
Sorry?
you going to go around that bit over there, or
I'll do from here.
see what it's like? Have you never seen the quick climbs?
I know.
That one did a almost an aileron roll.
This morning I got up at Mara and it's like, even here, it's
Foggy, wasn't it?
It's foggy at Mara.
Yeah, only cleared about half an hour ago, like properly. Oh, here we go. What we got here? 1, 2, 3 down there.
What?
F-35s. All I can hear is F-35s. I can't hear the F-15s. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel, lady, gents, teddy bears, live here at one of your favourite bases and places. It is the 48 Fighter Wings home. And it's the only US Air Force wing with not only a number, but a name. It's the only one with a name, and that was all thanks to their move in 1952 to Chaumont. But not only did they move, they actually became a wing. That's because prior to that, they were the 48 Fighter Group and played an absolute major part in the Second World War. With an Air Force that you may not have be too familiar with, the 9th Air Force. We've all heard of the mighty 8th, the 8th Air Force. The 8th Air Force had a very different role to the 9th. The 8th taking more on the more strategic targets for bombing, and also fighter escorts known as ramrod. Whereas the 9th Air Force were more close air support, troops on the ground, supporting the troops on the ground. So basically C-47s dropping the 9th Army and those brave airborne, and also the fighter groups taking out gun positions, bridges, locomotives, light vehicles, trains, the lot. So more on the ground support, close air support, ground attacks, more like a GR, like a Tornado GR4, for example.
It doesn't even sound like that, but as soon as it yeah, that I told you as well in the typhoon. I think it's because of how close we are to it.
So the pilot, so basically RAPCON, radar approach control, will give them all the departure details and we'll give them local climb out details, but if they want a quick climb, they'll have to request it. Oh, there you go, it's a good example right there.
One already left, I didn't hear the other.
Didn't hear that. Don't know if the quick climb was approved, but so you can see the windsock looking sorry for itself, which is nice. And it's always nice to see the windsock sad like that sometimes. I could say after having a new hairstyle like Rick Astley's, it's nice to just sometimes I just don't bother. I'm like, nah, it's just no point, just wear a cap. But then, oh, here we go, on the move. Yeah, quick climb approved. Here we go. Let's send it. Okay, here we go. And that heat haze got a little bit of an F-18 look about it there. Okay, here we go. Fasten your seatbelts, send it. Look at this. Just throw in a roll as well, why not? Oh yeah, that's why they need to be approved. Imagine that, flying around in your little Cessna and then, oh hello. That was what I'm talking about. Nice roll there. Beautiful.
Yeah, I would get
G's pulled about 5 to 7. Of course, these are all depending on the pilot. So speeds around 450 miles per hour. And that's why a lot of people are shocked when I tell them on a performance takeoff on a Typhoon, it's the maximum G's ever pulled is 2, maximum, and that's even if they do that, because they're pulling up from 8 seconds and they got speeds of 185 miles per hour. But again, like I said, this all depends on the pilot. This isn't, you know, a one speed for all. It is depending on the pilot there. Sounds like the digger's trying to quick climb to Australia from there. Did you enjoy that?
I'm debating going to have a walk around. Do you think it's a better view?
Yeah, that field there. There should be some people in there. Yeah, if you have to go all the way around, and in the corner where the cars are, there's a little wood plank they show us.
Just might get a better feel.
Yeah, you will. Anywhere along there, it's ridiculous. You've got a little bit of time. One's crossing the runway, I think.
If I can walk around there,
Go for it. You might even get a better view from over there, I would have thought.
yeah.
Go for it.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit, buddy. JG Hobley, how you doing from the forest entrance? We've got one of our friends walking over now, by the way, to JG Hobley. Are you in the? Are you right by the entrance, or you're in the little field next to it? Do look after him. He's on his way now. He's not experienced quick climbs before. He's on his way. So, Chris White, how you doing? Margot, Aspen, Righty, Argan, Perez, Matman, Bush, Dieter, Wibbs. Oi, oi to all of you. Alan Burden, what up? Uncle Plane Guy, Jenny B, Stuart Skeggs, what up? Got Paul M watching from sunny Watford. I hope our friend gets to see them on time. Here we go. It's kind of nice we had that singleton, because I was able just to keep the whole climb. Suffolk is experiencing the Richter scale been activated. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel, live here at the 48 Fighter Wing. Got one F-35 waiting. Oi, oi. Hope we're all good, ladies, gents, steady bears. Welcome to the show. It's a beautiful morning here in Suffolk at Fighter Town, and we've got one F-35A. It might be going out on its own. Let's have a look. Oh no, Clyde, hope you're alright, mate. Sorry to hear that. Oh no, lost a friend yesterday. Oh, bless you. Hope you're okay. Regards to you and the family, mate. It's Clyde Hicks. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Hope you're all good. Welcome to the show, ladies, gents and teddy bears. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, do support the channel. It's free to do so by clicking the like button. You've been clear to quick climb on the like button. And of course, if you haven't done so already, do a low approach across the subscribe button, just in case you haven't subscribed to our channel. And if you don't want to miss out on the latest and greatest live streams and videos, be sure to click the notification bell button as well. We've been notified of our latest and greatest live streams and videos. And do share, do care. There is a care button as well, called spelled S-H-A-R-E. You can share the streams. Always a proud moment for me to see our streams and videos and content being shared across social platforms. It's pretty awesome. But of course, if you want to extend your support, there we do have our membership with 3 levels of membership, and there's so many perks for you to enjoy, all from just $1.99 a month. Hope you're all ready for the weekend. This is such a great place to go into your weekend. It's just such a super base and place to, you know, it's brought so many good memories. In fact, every place I've been to has had a great memory, but here it just has something majestic, doesn't it? Big shout out to everyone at Lakenheath, at RAF Lakenheath, the Statue of Liberty wing. Hope you're all good there. Babsar, how you doing? Hope you're good. Thank you for that. Thanks for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks a lot, Babs. Just buzzing. This just tops up my prelude to the weekend. And with not many days left until we roll into May, it can only mean one thing. It's start of a lot of air shows for me and events to go to. And it's literally flat out. As soon as we get to May, it's flat out from May till literally almost the tail end of November in some ways, but it's pretty much full steam ahead from May till October with a little holiday, and then some fun stuff at Leeming and the lakes towards the tail end of the year. So when you wonder where the year has gone, it's make sure you fill it with some good stuff, you know, because you just don't know what's around the corner. And when you can look back and go, goodness me, I did all that in that year, it's amazing. It really is. The more stuff you do, the more things that you keep your mind occupied with. It slows time down as well, and it makes it, you know, each day is filled with joy and so much fun and happiness. And try to achieve that in life. It's a really good thing for you. You know, try to make sure that every day is just a complete fun day, you know, filled with lots of stuff, something to occupy the brain, even if it's reading a favorite book or a type of genre that you love reading, walks. Just extend that day and just keep that mind in the green. And even if it means, of course, coming here, it's awesome, isn't it? More taxiing now. So this could be, so aircraft can be waiting on the EOR for various reasons. Could be waiting for another aircraft to join the flight, could be waiting for a tanker, could be waiting for clearance, could be having a different plan for the day but needs clearance, submitting a new flight plan. Could be a number of reasons. Could be troubleshooting. There could be waiting for a particular aircraft to land here. There could be a change of plans, an emergency aircraft coming into land. Could be all sorts of reasons, pretty much almost infinite reasons why, but I believe it sounds like it's waiting for another aircraft for its flight. I say aircraft because they do on occasion join other different types of aircraft on their sorties and flights, which we've seen before. So we've got more taxiing, so any Pratt & Whitney F-100s yet. All I can hear is the F-135. There's the digger. And it's a quick climb to Australia by the sound of it. Welcome, if you just joined us, to the Ted Coningsby channel. We are live here in Suffolk in the official viewing area, or as they call it, the bird viewing area. And it's Royal Air Force Lakenheath. Yes, it has the title Royal Air Force, and that's because it opened as a satellite station to RAF Mildenhall. Mildenhall opened in 1934. First residence, 99 Squadron, operated the Handley Page Hayford. And that's about 5 miles in the direction of the backwards crow flying. I say backwards crow because we've had many of them in the winter we've just had. And in 1936, to my 5 o'clock, around 5 miles in the direction of the backwards crow flying, is RAF Feltwell. Started life out with the Harrows, operating from 1937. Mildenhall expanded, becoming one of the largest bomber stations in England, and it required satellite stations. This is one of 3, and RAF Lakenheath was built with its runways. Also got Tuddenham and Newmarket Heath as well. So Lakenheath started life in 1941 as a Royal Air Force station. It was home to a operational training unit, number 20, who came from RAF Lossiemouth, because in that time Mildenhall and Feltwell were both operating the Vickers Wellington bomber, so it really served like an OCU here to train the airmen. But number 20 went back to Scotland. They went to RAF Elgin, and eventually 149 Squadron, who were operating at Mildenhall, actually came here from 1941-42, became a station where it was actually running its own missions from here, and 199 Squadron also joined them as well, both flying Stirlings 1 and 3, and that took it all the way up to the end of the war, 1945, when the station closed to have its runways extended. It was chosen out of 3 stations to become a VHB, very heavy bomber base: Sculthorpe, Marham and here. But it took over 2 years, which is actually quite a long time for the upgrade. It was to be upgraded for the B-29s, the extremely very heavy bombers, hence VHB. But when it finally opened, it was the 504th Base Completion Unit of the United States Air Force that actually came here. So it changed hands. It has been run by the United States Air Force since 1948. Now, although it's Royal Air Force, it does have a station commander of the Royal Air Force and a commander for the United States Air Force in Europe. So we've got 2 F-35s so far. From B-29s, B-47s, B-50s, KB-97s. There's been all sorts of aircraft here since the time before the 48th arrived. The 48th at the time, they were a tactical fighter wing based at Chaumont in France. They arrived here on the same year as the Beatles formed, actually, 15th of Jan 1960. And they arrived with their bare metal, get it? Bare metal, bare. F-100D Super Sabres, just the 3 squadrons at the time. And that took them until, operating that until 1972. So the same year that Star Wars come out in the movies, they were operating, switched to the Phantom, the McDonnell Douglas Phantom F4. Thanks a lot, Perry, for that. Nice one for adding that. So if you just joined us, we've still got departures to go by the look of it. We've got, well, from what we can see, we've got one F-35 on the South EOR 05 and one F-35 on the North EOR 05. EOR, end of runway. If you need any translations on any of the abbreviations or acronyms, feel free to ask. I usually give them out anyway. So our friend, I would have thought, has made it round to the fence round the other side. So he's going to have a bit of a shock when he sees this. He's not seen quick climbs before, and I always feel excited for them because I remember my first ever quick climb. Yes, my language was quite colourful in thought. Still hear F-35 spooling, and it ain't these, I don't think. Still waiting for the departure clearance. What I love about Lakenheath is the fact that with the 160 or so United States airfields that were operating after the Second World War, just to give you a number of what was active, to give you a broad sort of idea of how many airfields. I mean, there was around 600 military airfields in England, or shall we say Britain, in Britain, with about 440 or so being RAF and 160. This is a great testament to Fighter Town, with the likes of Bottisham, a great airfield that I do need to go to actually. They've got a lovely museum there. I do need to check out their HC. Bottisham airfield. You know, it's a great testament. You know, Kingscliff as well. All these amazing stations of the United States Army Air Force. You know, it's amazing to have this here as a true testament and the sacrifice of all those brave men. The Mighty Eight, just to give you a number, about 28,000 were lost. Today they serve under the 3rd Air Force. I think we've got to line up and wait. It looks like it's just the 2 or the 1 if one is troubleshooting. Yep, it is the 2. Here we go. Here we go. Been set off by the sound of it. Goodness me. See ya. Well, it sounds like it was those 2 F-35s at the end making the spooling sounds. There isn't any more. So, see? Yeah, must have been that. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to go and grab my water. Oh, it won't be long till we get our rivals by the sound of it. How we're doing, ladies, gents, steady bears. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's have a look at the old classic catwalk. Too far away, I think, the first lot, but hey, no worries, gives me a chance to have some water. Always stay hydrated this time of year now. Maybe a little bit chilly, but the sun is still blazing away. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Was that?
Toilet, so we've got to go to McDonald's.
Oh, bless you. Oh, yeah, that is a bit of a downside to here, isn't it? But there's no more down there now, anyway.
Oh, I've been watching your live.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah,
there's. You can see what's happening.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad you got to. Where did you go, over there? Or?
Yeah, we went just down the bottom.
Yeah,
Just where it's like
a good spot is anywhere along there as well.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance.
Well, we're coming back again.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Enjoy it. Well, don't forget they've still got to come back. All right.
How long do they go up for? Do you know? Just.
There isn't a set time, so I couldn't tell you.
Same as not knowing when some,
Yeah.
We come on a Sunday, I think it was, when they had the 810s here.
Yeah.
And people go saying, oh yeah, we're going to go up. We're going to say it for hours and nothing.
Yeah, no, that's why I'd rather not say anyway, because I could give you a time and it could be wrong. So I'd rather just say, do you know what? Let's just
see what happens,
yeah, because there's never a set time. So, all right, buddy, you take care. See ya. So a very good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you're watching from in the world. My name's Nikos. I'm your cameraman, historian and commentator. Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. Hope you're all well. There's oh yeah, they're getting chased away now, aren't they? It's the AWCU, Airfield Wildlife. That sounds good. That sounds very good. Nice. Sounds good, doesn't it? the Airfield Wildlife Control Unit. Doing their thing. You've also got wing safety here as well. Now the AWCU is a private contractor. It's not part of directly of the Air Force. Same with Coningsby. They're the same company as Coningsby, Cranwell, Bryce, everywhere. They're contracted. Phoenix, you'll see them at Fairford. You'll see them at Bryce Norton. You see them Lossiemouth. Yeah, I'm sure they're at Lossiemouth. Did we see them at Lossiemouth? That's a good point. But yeah, but basically they are the contractor for the Air Forces, both RAF and United States Airfields. Phoenix, if you're thinking about a career with being a Airfield Wildlife Control Unit. They do Falconry. I do get asked this quite a lot. I do see it. In fact, there's a members video on it as well that I've got for you. So the reason, again, don't worry. So I got a message here, and a question from Christian Gardner. The reason why they don't show up on like ADSB or Flight Radar, which uses ADSB, is because they don't submit their data. That's it. And don't forget, the most #1 misconception is that they've turned their transponders off, which is absolutely not true. You cannot fly without your transponder. You cannot fly with it turned off. If you do that, you could cause a serious incident in the skies. You've got to remember how many aircraft, civilian and military, flying around. If you turn that off, you are going to cause a serious potential collision, and worse as well. You'll probably get a QRA out of it as well. Especially if it's a military aircraft flying around the UK with no transponder. It's to do because ADSB is not radar. It uses GPS. Yes, it then eventually amalgamates and with the ground station and then communicates to ATC radar. Yes, granted, but ADSB uses GPS. It's from the satellites, hence GPS. Whereas traditional radar, and there's also and that is it. That's all it is to it. ADSB. All right, that is literally all that it is. Updates every 1 second for those that like to know. For those that use Flight Radar and ADSB, it uses 1 second. So that's why it doesn't go all that smoothly. It sort of moves like really juddery every 1 second. It updates its its global positioning. I'll have to, maybe I'll do a video, because I think that's probably one of the most common questions I get asked about is why don't they show up on it. Literally, you can hide your data. There's also ADSB in and ADSB out. Okay, ADSB in will give the aircraft all the data. It is almost like its own separate unit. There is an ADSB unit inside an aircraft. Okay, it has to be installed, or yeah, it uses ADSB, and there's ADSB in, so that gives the aircraft all the data. So weather report, any information that it requires, pressure, all that kind of stuff. But ADSB out gives out your call sign, like your positioning, your speed, altitude, and like I said, call sign as well. And it can also have a little malfunction, incorrect call sign. I've seen things like this happen. That's why sometimes you get no call ID. You can enter it wrong, or if you don't want to submit your call sign, you can do it. Yeah, so that is it. It's as simple as that. And you just turn your data off.
Dziękuję. Mam już. Mam już. Mam. Proszę. Zaraz zdobędę samoloty. Zaczekaj. Widzieliśmy chyba, tak?
I think that's it then, for now. For now, anyway. But I tell you what, there's been a lack of F-15s on our shows lately. But luckily, we were around on Monday to catch some F-15s, and you know the complimentary A-10s, which was a lovely catch. I always relate this to fishing. Oh, to remind me, I've got a special guest. To remind me, I've got a special guest today. I'll go and get him. Actually, I've got a special guest. We always get guest bears. He doesn't have a name, so you may have to name him. I think he's one of relation to Ground Crew Drew, I think. But we've got a guest bear from our good friend Bartosz, who's here today, and he said if I could feature a guest bear, and I said of course we do, and here he is, and he's a Help for Heroes bear, and it was brought over by Bartosz, who said if I could feature his bear. Well, we haven't got a name for him actually, but he is a Help for Heroes bear. So if you do want to purchase one of these, go on the helpforheroes.org.uk. Great charity, of course. And yeah, it's great. You right there, buddy? Yeah, I'm all right. How you doing? Oh, pretty good, man. You good? Yeah, I'm all right. Just enjoying the show. Oh, pretty cool. Nice one. And yeah, well, I love your jumper, mate. Yeah. Or is it? No, it's more like a long sleeve polo shirt. No, it's just how I wear it. It's just how I wear it. Roll up the sleeves in it when I'm playing snooker. All right, okay, cool, man. So if you'd like to name the bear, I'm sure Bartosz wouldn't mind. But if you've got any suggestions, name the bear. Let's do it. It's not the first time we do a bear naming service. It sounds like a religious bear service thing, like baptism or something. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we do bear naming services here. Just call 0891. Oh man, but yeah, he's a lovely bear, and look at him. You got to keep my feet on the ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. Got my cousin, Ground Crew Drew. You might know him. Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, he's quite regular on the show, and he too is a Help for Heroes bear actually. Well, yes, good cause. Good cause. Well, if you'd like to name him, put the top one. I'll get Bartosz to have a look and we'll pick the name. But thank you very much. Well, thanks for having me. See ya. Oh, I like that. Someone's put bear toss, shouldn't it? I like that one. Christian Garden, no worries. Anything? Do you know what? I might even have it. Or did I not bring it? Hang on a minute. I've got a quick, easy diagram of ADSB here that I drew up. You know me. Have I got it today? Oh no, I do have it, but no, I'll have to show you that another time. I'll see if I've got it actually. It's got me thinking. It is a top question that's always asked, but I'll see. If not, I'll do a whole video on it. It's quite fascinating. Yeah, so because I think we may have aircraft due back shortly, I'll just quickly show you what I got up to. So it's I don't even, no, this isn't the one. This isn't the right one. No, I've got a better one. Sorry, I've picked up the wrong one. This isn't the full one. This is a real basic one. The other one has the whole thing, but you kind of get the idea. So it's basically GPS, global positioning satellite. So that's what ADSB stands for. Okay, so an automatic, because it's constant and it's automatic. It's bad to the broadcast, bad to the bear. Automatic because it's dependent. It's a console inside the aircraft. It's surveillance, so it can be, you track aircraft with it and you're broadcasting it, and you broadcast it every 1 second. It uses GPS. All right, so from the skies, which is why it links to the aircraft and communicates with the ground stations. There are, like, I forgot that I did on my other diagram, I've got the little ground stations on the ground, and all that data is sent to tower. So you'll get speed, altitude, GPS positioning, you get the call sign, you get all the altitude, you get all the data that you need with that, and it's updated every 1 second. But there's ADSB in and ADSB out. You can turn off out. That's your broadcasting. You're going to need to, it is an FAA requirement. It depends on what country you're in, but I'm just saying because we're here in the US Air Force station, you're going to need authorization, and I would have thought if you're civilian, you most likely couldn't do it. Okay, military, you have a good reason to do it. ADSB in gives you all the data, traffic, gives them weather updates, data from other aircraft and ground stations as well. There could be an update, you know how it is, always a Windows update on these things, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, completely different. It runs differently to a transponder. A transponder, again, I might as well just do it now, innit? Transponder, let's get our F-35 here, because people, so for those with radios here in this in the aircraft viewing area, the F-35s were giving a squawk code 60 something something whatever. It's a 4-digit system inside. Okay, now the transponder inside the aircraft is different to the ADSB. It's completely different, and it works with that radar there, which is an SSR. all right, now so if you turned your transponder off, you can't squawk, basically, which you can't be managed, which causes problems. So this is an SSR, secondary surveillance radar. How do I know it's a secondary surveillance radar, not a primary one? So basically, can you see it's almost got like two radars panels, like one long rectangular one. That is a distinctive feature of an SSR. There's other stuff like WAM, wide angle multi something, forgot the name of it already, but it's something I do need to learn a little bit more. But primary radar, it's the one, that big one underneath, that traditional sort of radar. For those that like info and stats, this rotates every 5 seconds, by the way, for those that love. So it does 5-second revolution for those that love to know. Right, if it was a primary radar is omnidirectional. It doesn't need a transponder. So if you turn that, if that was a primary radar, it's sending radio waves at the speed of light, right? It's going everywhere, all right? Now, it's sending those radio waves everywhere. Even if you turn your transponder off, it'll still pick up aircraft. I'm not saying necessarily this, because we all know if you did that, it'll just look like background noise, because this radar cross section is about the size of a golf ball, which isn't really what air traffic controllers are trying to find. Okay, so that's how omnidirectional primary radar works. For those who don't know, stealth or radar cross section is measured this way. So basically a 747 will come back. It's what comes back. So radio waves go in the air, attach to the aircraft and come back. Okay, it's like a mirror. Get a torch and wait for it to come back to you. Okay, so if it comes back to you, well, that's not good if you're trying to be stealth, but that's the whole point. We'll talk about stealth another time, maybe today, maybe not. When you shout down a canyon in a cave, your voice comes back. That's the echo. So if you imagine that radar as a voice shouting down a well or a canyon, it's what returns back. That's what's coming back. Okay, that's radio. The SSR then works with the transponder. All right, so like I said, so primary radar will still pick up aircraft without a transponder. The SSR works with the transponder. Now remember, transponder, transmit and respond. Okay, it's got two words in transponder, and inside is a transponder inside here, and it's got a dial. It doesn't have the numbers 8 and 9, by the way, for those that like to know. It's a binary thing, but I think so. Binary numbers. I don't know why it doesn't have, but it is a 4-digit. It does have zeros. You can have one 0033 or 002 whatever. I don't know. I'm making all this up at the minute. Okay, with the numbers, because I don't know what they all are. Because there's about was it 6,042 or something combinations of them? Or I don't know. Anyway, right. So the pilot is given the squawk code. The squawk code means basically management of that aircraft. There are specific squawk codes, like if you're in an emergency, 7700, which is why that squawk code will release data out of the aircraft on an F-35. That's why you can see one when it's squawking 7700, because the data emits and it allows other aircraft to see there's an emergency one on ADSB. However, going back to our squawk codes, so those F-35s took off and were given a squawk code on departure. Okay, so the pilot keys in that squawk code, it transmits and responds with the SSR. Now it's not just here, there's SSRs everywhere around the UK, linked up with ground stations. Okay, sometimes if there's too much traffic in the skies, the air traffic control may have trouble just seeing who's who, so that's why sometimes you hear, please, when you'll hear reset transponder, so they'll reset it. What it does, it re-emits it and makes it disappear and flash on again. So the ATC knows it's that one. All right, so that's all it is basically. And as it's going around the skies, it's then serviced by another, it will have a different squawk code to be serviced by another radar or radar service from another station, for example. So Coningsby's got a station as well, as you know, so that they'll have their own specific set of squawk codes. If there are 4 aircraft in the flight, okay, they will squawk 1 digit up. So 0641, let's say, was the lead flight. The next one will be 0642 and 0643, 0644. They'll all have a squawk code similar by 1 digit. All right. Like I said, ADSB completely different. That doesn't use radar and transponders. It uses ADSB, and they're all up in the sky. It's sending the data. It's global positioning. Garmin watches. For those that use Garmin watches and other GPS tracking watches, if you notice, when you're going to link up your satellite, it asks you not to be near trees and mountainous areas, somewhere clear of the sky, right? Well, have you ever noticed any aircraft that you're tracking on ADSB just suddenly disappears through the mountains when it's going low level, usually squawking 7001? Reason? Because the satellite's having trouble trying to trying to find it in mountainous areas. Same thing when you're tracking tankers through the Atlantic. You know, when you're tracking what it's towing, you're looking for A-10s, you're looking for F-22s. There's no ground stations there. It's very difficult for them to send the next data to the ground stations with their route. Okay, or just simply they can actually just not emit the data until it's closer by. But it's usually, and the other perils of ADSB is GPS jamming. Now, civilian aircraft, airliners can have a bit of a hard time with that, which is why you can't always rely on ADSB. All right, so, and that's why when it reappears, have you ever seen, you must have seen it, you clicked on an aircraft and it's like got this absolutely crazy zigzag like all over the country, when you could kind of imagine it just went through Windermere, because GPS was having trouble trying to track it all. All right, so that's just basics. All right, I don't want to go into completely full detail, but there we go. Hope that's enough for you to understand. So in a nutshell, pilot just turns data off, done. You can't, like I said, you can't just turn it off. You need to, so if you are a pilot just doing your little Piper 28, you're going to need the authorization. Oh wow, Wojtek the bear, that's cool. Yeah, the bear that went to war, man. Brilliant. Bowler bear. Oh, I love that. So it could be just F-35s today. Could be all we're getting. Tell you what, they've been extremely good quick climbs, haven't they? They were very, very good. Right, this, I thought they were coming back already, but obviously not. That's fine. It's good for us. Longer show. Cool. Well, it's a I think, right, it's a tie between Bear Tosh and Bowler Bear. I think that's I think we may have to have a poll. I think so. Aaron Pilot 26, thank you very much. High five, and welcome to the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Thank you for joining us. Guards march to you. Alex Raven, how you doing? Guards march for the PCC and KT for their help and support with what I'm going through at the moment. Thank you and much appreciated. Well, thank you very much, Alex Raven, for the super. Guards march to you. Wib 74, member for 22 months. 22 months have literally flown by on this amazing channel. Thank you, Ted, Nikos, Spannerflight, and everyone here. Guards march to you. Wib 74, high five and a guards march. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much, and a guards march. Margot towards Ted Salmon Bagels. Thank you very much for the super chat. Guards march. 1 CAG. high five and a Guards March. Thank you for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Righty72, member for 37 months. Oi oi, glad to be a part of your amazing journey, Ted Coningsby. And a big oi oi to the PCC. Oh yeah, Point Charlie crew, I'm going to guess that's what it means. Yeah, right. 1CAG, high five and a Guards March again. Thank you very much for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. Andy Haynes, 71, member for 32 months. Thank you very much. Freddie Dutch, congratulations on reaching a 3-year milestone, Guards March. Wow. Babsar, high five and a paw pump. Thank you very much, Babs. Guards March, thank you so much for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. I think the man has come back with a different motorbike. Pretty sure it's the same driver. Or rider. I guess it's rider. Davey74, member for 38 months. Thank you everyone for your magnificent support and dedication to the TCS. We are the one and only best military aviation channel out there. Thank you very much, Davey. Guards March. Nick Knox, thank you very much as well. Congratulations on reaching your 3 years milestone. Nice. Oi oi. Nice one there from the AWC. How are we all doing? Phoenix there. And of course, don't forget to hit the like if you are tuned in. Let's try and get 1,000 likes, because this could be a bit of a shorter stream today. I think Ted needs a new flag. Do you know what? That was actually a new flag, and that's what the wind has done to it. But I do have some spares. Need to update the holes punched in the sky, but we've had 7, haven't we? It's actually quite a nice day today. I'm loving this. There's 2 days now of calmness. See, so I don't mind this little gentle breeze. Amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Such history, amazing history, so much rich in history, this whole station. How many missions, over around 400 RAF crew were lost, and that's not even finished yet, my list. So between 1941 to 1945, the station lost many sterlings. For those that were tuned in on Monday and on last Friday, I went through that list. Something I'm working on over the weekend of just really going deep diving into 149's history and on the tail end of things with 199 as well. It was amazing to see the SOE missions as well. The Sterling's been used in that role. It was just remarkable. I couldn't believe it. I thought, you know, it was just going to be half an hour to maybe, you know, half an hour, 45 minute of just entering a few Sterlings were lost, but completely wrong. Unbelievable. Yes, so although Lakenheath didn't have an airfield here for the during the First World War, there were in the surrounding areas of Royal Flying Corps establishments with several training areas around what's called Lakenheath Warren, one of which is you may have seen Eriswell Lodge, or formerly the Rod and Gun Club, or the Country Club and Clay Target Centre to be exact. There used to be stations in those vicinities as well. A decoy airfield, as we've mentioned as well, in this vicinity. It's remarkable. But Lakenheath, November 1941, completed and constructed. And it had 3 concrete runways, as I mentioned before in previous streams, that any airfield that was going to be built after December 1940 would be made with concrete runways if destined for bomber use, because before it was just good old grass runways which just required drainage, the T-bar, the T-square to allow safety of departures and arrivals using a T. That's quite a cool thing. I'll talk to you about that in a moment, because I did a quick little drawing. I forgot about that. I think I mentioned it before for you. It was quite a remarkable thing. Oh, it's just well, let me have some water before I turn that round. How we doing, ladies, gents, and teddy bears? Welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel. My name's Nikos. I'm your cameraman, historian, and commentator. How we doing? Hope we're all good. Hope you're well. So, yeah, going to be potentially another, just an F-35 day again today, I think. Let me just pop. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit. There we go. Should be all right like that, isn't it? What do you reckon? Is that all right? Are we good? Yeah, nice one. So yes, the surrounding areas, like I said, just touched on in there that during the First World War, the surrounding areas, there was quite a few Royal Flying Corps sites, especially, I mean, not far away. There was Marham, Barton Bendish, Bexwell, lots of Royal Flying Corps. So that's the First World War, really. But of course, a lot of them transitioned to Royal Air Force because of, as you know from our Marham stream, that the Naval Air Squadrons, the RNAS, the flying component, the fleet air arm of that component amalgamated with the RFC to become the Royal Air Force, and that was on the 1st of April of 1918. But they all started off somewhere. I mean, literally, it went from, let's say, grass and wood to stone. Even the buildings, I don't really talk too much about the buildings, but it was literally basic grass military airfields that started to spring up. Just to give you an idea, I think there were around, was it about 300 military airfields after the First World War, and then after the First World War, by 1924 there were just 27, and that was it. But of course, as you know, the Royal Flying Corps was mentioned, and the Royal Naval Air Service, they rapidly started to expand, and eventually, thanks to Hugh Trenchard, decided to amalgamate them, and he did get that. And sometimes farm buildings is something that I've touched on mainly at Coningsby, but farm buildings could be utilised, facilities. Literally, these buildings were built from scratch. And then, of course, as I spoke about evolution as well, of like basically deceiving tactics is quite interesting. I've heard of instances where they paint and have cloth around the buildings to deceive the enemy, so from above. They do that today, even painting fake aircraft, and even on the aircraft, painting fake canopies is really interesting, like the F-15, a fake canopy, and it does actually look quite effective. It's simple, but certainly effective in that respect. And of course, by 1st of April 1918, it was time for the conversion to the Royal Air Force, and after the end of the First World War, most were disposed, and some, luckily, were returned to more military duties. But a lot of them did return to their farmland and civilian use. But as we know, some, luckily for us, remained in the military hands and began to be developed. And it was the Chief of Staff, Sir Hugh Trenchard, and he was from 1919 to 1930. He put so much into the resources, even the foundations, even making them look nice, although he was kind of scrutinised to say, look, isn't that a waste of money? But his buildings, I mean, we're talking about some fancy, lovely buildings from, you know, I mean, some of them were submitted for approval by the Royal Fine Arts Commission as well, sort of like, almost like a Grand Joyce mock Grandois, you know, mock Georgian stone structures. You've seen, I don't know if you've seen some officers' messes. Some of them look quite, you know, quite delicious, but they're still standing. That is a true testament to the to what was put on there. So not only did Hugh Trenchard's airfields instill a sense of permanency and longevity and the service, but they kind of provided a solid basis from which to operate from, the new permanent airfields. But yes, they started life out as grass runways. It was a lot easier to set up in a way, but yeah, the importance of having buildings that could last is obviously you know, on the longevity side of things was crucial. But you know, having the watchtowers, you know, installing hangars for the aircraft. But the grass runways at first, they did have their own perils, because at the end of the day they had to be drained and needed to make sure there wasn't flooding. Upward suffered severely with drainage, but that gave way to having war buoys. So a lot of these would open up new satellite stations as well. It's really, really interesting to find out. There's so much. I mean, yesterday I found out about that radio, that that German radio. That was amazing. But yeah, it's so much to learn. It is absolutely fantastic stuff. But yeah, when thinking about what land to acquire, grass runways did have some benefits, because if you came under attack, well, there was always some stretch of runway that you could use. If there was a lot of crosswind, you could just use a different stretch of runway to use. You know, grass runways were a lot easier to utilize in that sense. Now I'm going to show you something that they did install as well. And the airfields, like I said, they were simple. They had to make sure they were flat. There were no obstacles. One of the lost airfields I covered was Harrowbeer. That was an interesting one, RAF Harrowbeer. Even the name had to be considered, because if you didn't want to make it sound like another one, because the Harrowbeer is actually in the village, I've got to remember how to say this, in Yelverton. They were going to call it RAF Yelverton. Well, what does that sound like? Yelverton. I think Carrington and Carterton for Bryce Norton, so they called it Bryce Norton. So lots of these needed to be taken into account. I think they were going to call Mildenhall RAF Beckrow. In fact, it was only on the final year before completion they called it Mildenhall. But again, you've got to make sure. So Harrowbeer, if you look at some of the shops and have a look at an old map of Harrowbeer, and you'll see the buildings have been look like they're just one story. They were restricted to one story so that they wouldn't, wouldn't be a hazard, an obstacle for the aircraft. I think Yelverton Rock they nearly destroyed that. I can't remember. I think I came across an instance where I think a pilot did clip the gear, the wheels on landing. But anyway, had to be an open stretch of land, well-drained grassland, as long as it was wide, on which aircraft to take off from in any direction depending on the wind. Now the thing is, the wind is crucial, and the direction of the wind was indicated by landing T. Now I don't know if you've seen this. If you've been to DIS, home of the 100th bomb group, I've got a little drawing for you that I did here, so I want to show you the landing T. And let me just have a look. So Thorpe Abbott's, if you've been fortunate enough to go, like that. Oh, that was a good one, wasn't it? Like this. So the aircraft would take off in the direction of the T. So this is the direction they'll take off from. And it was here that they would have, so for here, it still exists, this. It had LK for here, it's down there. Marham's still got theirs as well with MR. It's absolutely amazing. Go and check it out. But there were lots of extra things on the landing T, so pilots basically took off and landed towards the crossbar of the T. Sometimes you'll see a circle above the crossbar. That meant to take off and land directions were not going to be the same on that day. All right, so there'll be a tiny little circle here. Maybe I'll get like a little Velcro one and show you, and maybe I'll colour up. I only did this today. I thought maybe I'll cover it today. There was also what looks like a dumbbell, which you can see sometimes. Basically that meant that you must keep your aircraft on paved surfaces. The arrow that you got on my left here, on the top left, that meant right hand circuit. And if this arrow, I know it's really bad, maybe I'll do it, it's usually red and yellow striped. That meant, and if it was on the other side, it would be left hand circuit. So that one there is for a right hand circuit. Okay, I know it's on like that, and then left-hand circuit on the other side. You've also got like what almost look like scuba diving flags. The one to the right, on the top right, so it would have been a red rectangle with a yellow. That stripe there's yellow, and that meant care should be taken due to the condition of the manoeuvring areas. You've also got a version where there'll be a yellow X inside here. That meant you can't land here. So that's the system that they had for the grass runways, because I did get asked this a long time ago. Did the grass runways have numbers? And the answer simply is no, because the introduction, believe it or not, runway numbers were not given in the Royal Air Force until 1943. Okay, so it would have been impossible for these grass runways to have them, because in the end they were all upgraded to concrete runways in the end. But perhaps maybe some grass runways during that time when they were introduced that survived, maybe they felt that they kept them, because I'm pretty sure some did survive for fighter groups. They must have had some sort of definition. But anyway, that's what that was all about. So that was quite interesting. That I just thought I'd quickly, literally just quickly did that in the morning. It was quite amazing. So it's pretty spectacular stuff, right? And then of course, while all this is going on with all the airfields, you've then got the evolution of the aircraft. Aircraft got heavier, bigger, and etc. And then they even started to introduce decoy airfields, which are fake airfields. It's remarkable. The whole thing, the whole complex thing, is just mind-boggling. There was a decoy airfield for it was actually for Mildenhall to protect it. Did it work? Well, the fake airfield was attacked 5 times. I'd say that worked pretty well. By now I usually show you this building. Now it's not part of a decoy airfield, but it gives you an idea of, to get the imagination going. Decoy airfields are exactly that. They're a fake airfield to pretend that they were the original, which meant having fake air. What's that? That's not the one I'm looking for. That's a new. I don't think I've ever spotted that before. What is that? It's hard to oh, right. Okay, that's nothing. Where is it? I've actually lost the building I was on about. Why can't I find the building? Hang on, sorry, give me a second. Oh, it's there, there it is. Gosh. I think we got aircraft coming in now anyway. Yeah, what I want you to imagine, okay, so first of all, there were 2 types, or even 3 types of decoy airfields. K site and a Q site. K for daytime, Q for nighttime. Those were the codes. You couldn't just call it, you know, as simple as a daylight one. There was also K and Q. Why the difference? Because of course at night you're going to need to start accommodating lighting systems, making aircraft look like they're moving at night. And the reason why I'm showing you this, although it wasn't exactly the bunker for it, yes, they had a fake runway and they would have had fake aircraft to match the aircraft that were actually in use of the one you're trying to mimic. So for example, we would have had Wellington bombers here in 1940, because that's when the decoy airfield was active. Okay, so at Mildenhall they were using Wellington bombers. Okay, so they made it look like Mildenhall. They had fake Wellington bombers. They used the plywood from nearby Eriswell, which is a little hamlet or village not far from here, literally to the south of, actually would that be the north? Hang on, the south of would that be the south of Eriswell, right? Yeah, so there's a village next to it. And yeah, so they put them on stilts. Well, didn't have wheels or anything. But the reason why I'm showing you this building here, which is a World War II reminder, is the fact that it had a blast wall in front of it, and then it would have been covered with earth. Okay, now the reason for me showing you that is because I'm going to show you what a decoy airfield would have looked like on a more operational office type of thing. So it would have looked like this. There's my little plan. Looks like a little plan that you're buying a decoy airfield. Look, there it is. So blast wall in front. Oh yeah, so there's the door. You know the door I just showed you over there. You're going in, but in front of it was a blast wall, and this would have been covered. It would have been a vent. Now you go in through there, and there's 2 officers in there operating the whole airfield by day or by night. You've got a little switchboard here, and then you've got the engine room here. Now this bit here, right, you've got to imagine my little mate is just walking up to there, because it doesn't show you that there's a ladder there. So when you go to that edge there, you're going to walk up a ladder, and you've got this movable spotlight. And the point of that was to mimic taxiing aircraft. It was very basic but very clever, but deception is the best form of defense. It really is an amazing system, and it saved Mildenhall 5 times from being attacked. So that was quite an interesting one, really. And also the other thing as well, they were so realistic that they that you would actually have aircraft trying to land here, which ended up in not so nice consequences, because there's no one here to basically manage the aircraft to land. So they had to have those goose flare systems and special lighting systems. But at the same time, you didn't want to let the enemy know that this was a fake airfield. You want to make it look like a real thing. So that was quite interesting as well. Really, really interesting stuff. Their job really was to try and get bombed. I mean, you know, if you wake up in the morning and you're not too happy with your job, imagine with that concept. Not so good, is it? But hey, that was the whole point. Yeah, I'm gonna safely say I would like, yeah, definitely. I don't think we're gonna get F-15s today, unfortunately. Okay, we've got aircraft returning back. Hopefully we get a few low approaches. They're always quite nice to see. So if I remember, if I've done the maths, I think we had 7. Point Charlie coming up. Well, I managed to get 5 streams in today. Cool. Thank you. Look at that. Wow. (10,000 feet) high key. look at this. No way, he isn't. He is. Nice PFO there. The F-35 is just absolutely agile, manoeuvrable. It can be bent, and it's has no problem with that. Here we go. Look at this. Impressive. I'm gutted that the cable got stuck in the railing there, so I couldn't quite turn. I didn't want to push it. Otherwise, that would have been. You've had the Windows reset screen on the case. Let's see if we're going to get another one. Radio's a bit loud. Wow. Okay. Okay. Right, let's have a look what we got. We've still got 7 out there at the minute, so all is good. I hope we're all good. Here we go. Here we go. It's on initial now, so oh, it's not. It is. Look at this. Keeping it low for the show. Keep going. Whoa! Woo, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just, you know, just go inverted. Why don't we in it? Vertical, sorry. Wow. Again, back round. Oi, oi. Oh, here we go again, here we go. That's coming in fast, isn't it? Look at this.
Radar contact, 3 miles from Chatter,
There's only so much you can go low before you land. Love it. Nicely done. Now for a bit of aerobraking as well while we're at it. So what looks like a wheelie is actually a manoeuvre called an aerobraking. It uses that whole undercarriage, that whole underbelly, the whole section underneath as like a huge drag chute, shall we say. Creates a lot of drag, and it just slows the aircraft down aerodynamically in drag. And the point of that is a natural slowdown to relieve the braking system. A bit like when we were kids, when it was windy, we'd open up our jackets, turn them into parachutes on a windy day and try not to get blown over. We've all done that. A bit like that, and yeah, to relieve the landing gear braking system. Don't forget, the front nose gear does not have a brake. That's common in a lot of aircraft actually, especially fighter jets. Don't have brakes on the front, on the nose. The braking systems are made of carbon discs of stator and rotating carbon discs that compress together. Carbon for lightweight. There are such things as steel discs, but they are heavy. You don't normally get them on fighters and large heavies. Beautiful. Nice to see the catwalk there. Hey man, did you enjoy those quick climbs? Yeah, yeah, it was, you got that, one of them did the roll. I think they both did. Yeah, yeah, one of them was pretty low, one of them looked pretty good. But, 6. Yeah, 7 went, I'm sure. Was it not? Was it 7? Yes, so 6. Hey man,
Hey,
how you
good to
doing?
see you.
You alright buddy, yeah? You good?
Yeah. What's this rumbles I hear that the painted F-15Es might be out today?
Oh, I don't know.
No, somebody did mention it.
I have no idea.
Because I can't believe how rammed it is. Is it quick climb today?
They have been quick climbing, yeah. There's only 7, but yeah, there's
Which
just
way they're going up?
towards us. Coming
Okay,
towards us, yeah.
Oh, nice.
shoes on
I know some hit the tanker, but that's about it. They probably all did after those quick climbs, actually, to be honest. But yeah, that one, Dog Defo. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he went out on his own, so maybe it was, I don't know, whatever reason it is to be alone. I mean, I was going to say Finny flight, but they normally go with a few. Yeah, they should be back by then. I haven't heard any F-15s. I thought I did, but it's hard to tell sometimes. It's just vehicles that are having that tiny. I'll message you. I'll message you. Yeah, okay. I won't be there Thursday. I bet that's the day as well. I know, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. It's typical. Oh, got a C-17 coming in. It got diverted this morning because of the fog. So it went to, looks like it went to Prestwick and is coming back. The tankers are coming back now from tow line 8. So that, I would imagine they'll all be, they'll all start to come back. Oh man. Yeah, but sadly it's for 05. It's really cool when they come 2-3. Yeah, I'll message you. I'll message you. Might have a cup of tea quickly, I think. Oh, that might be why. I think they're going to wait for this. I'm just trying to think. They'll either all come back before that C-17 because they need to change the cables. Oi, oi, how you doing? All right? You all right? Yeah, you good?
Yeah,
Good.
Is this your man?
No, no. This is a guest bear.
Oh.
He's been put on the show for the day, and he doesn't have a name. So we've he's going to be called Bear Tosh or Bowler, as in bowler bear.
Oh.
So yeah, so he's
Cool.
it's a gentleman's down there. He's wanted to put him on the show. So we do bear naming services, you know. Yeah, £50 a bear.
I'll take a picture of your bear. Can I have a picture of the bear?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, thumbs up would be great, yeah. Cheers.
All right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you say there's something else now coming in?
Yeah, C-17. Yeah, it was
That's a
supposed.
bit bigger.
Yeah, it was supposed to come here this morning, but the fog was bad. As it is.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
How far out is it?
7 minutes. I love guessing random numbers. Sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I think that's the crew there just doing. But sometimes I'll leave them and make the C-17 go over it after it. It depends how. There is crew doing something to the cables down there. Nice drinks in there. No one wants a bumpy ride, you know. Having chopsticks and sushi, you know. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, it's finally. I'm like, oh, I still tie everything down just in case, but.
We had a C-130 and
There's a nice PFO. That one that came in as a PFO. That was amazing, yeah. Yeah, it was really cool.
And a C-130 and 2 helicopters in Scotland.
Oh right, okay. They do use it for stuff now and again.
Yeah.
Point Charlie. Okay, so yeah, sounds like they're bringing the A's in first. So you are right. I think the A's are coming first. Point Charlie, that way, over the trees. Do you have a Point Charlie at Howard? You have like a zone. They have point Bravo, Charlie. Charlie's there. Bravo's over there. Delta's over there. It's like they went. Oh yeah, that's all I hear. I think Coningsby has a couple like that.
But these guys seem to make it this way rather than
I wonder if it's because of the main road, because I heard the PFOs have to be done in a particular route. Could be. Yeah, it's interesting. I love that rag and back barrier. Oh yeah, you probably, yeah, but rag, RHAG in it, rotary hydraulic arrestor gear. Is that one? Cool. I love trying to compare the two. You got afterburner reheat, stuff like that. Point Charlie, here we go. Here we go. Point Charlie! I missed the Point Charlie crew. Where are they? How many we got? 1, 2, 1. Low approach. And more from Point Charlie. Here we go. I think I'm doing well with my maths today. I've worked out we should have 6 on recovery. But you don't really hear plane spotters in the mathematics world, so. Okay, here we go, low approach. Here we go. This way. Oh man, come on, watch out for the ants. Similar to the Vulcan there. Low approach. Nearly pulled the cable out. Red Ted.
I just didn't get the fleece.
Goodness me, it's getting brutal out here. Okay, 2 landing. Oh no, it's no way. What? Certainly do own the skies. Goodness me, it is extremely agile. The F-35s. That's really bad bit of grammar. The F-35s are extremely agile. So I'm getting a bit excited here. Look at that gun. Look at that GAU-22A 25mm cannon. Barrel version of its predecessor. 33,000 rounds per minute. Muzzle velocity at 1,085 meters per second. That's, yep, that's pretty quick. In contrast, the BK-27 Mauser Typhoon is not far out, only 1,100 meters per second, so not too far. Yeah, it looks like the C-17's holding, yeah, recovering, it's holding, so it's, so what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so, just trying to do my really bad maths, so if that's one back already, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so this one and 2. Listen to that. Here we go, low approach. So good with the external missile railings. Look at them. I love them with them on there. They look just mean. I'm not being funny. If you can't have, you know, 6 missiles and not look mean, then it's like, hello. Sorry, family channel. Right, where we go? You know what I mean. Good job, it's a military genre here. Right. So. Here we go again. Well, the C-17 was in fact 7 minutes away, but you got to add 4,000 low approaches with that. So it's so it looks like we've got 2 more just coming in Point Charlie again. And that will be, oh, and a C-17 that's will eventually get here. It's on hold at the moment. And there we go. Lovely. The other distinctive feature is the arrestor hook. You can see that distinctive contour for that, as well as the cannon. It is literally a man strapped to a rocket, this thing. Bless you. Or women, of course. We do have female pilots here. So yeah, I think 2 more, according to my maths.
Oh, there you go. 2 more.
Oh.
Straight in.
Oh, right. Oh. I wonder if one of them will do a low approach.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like 2 low approaches by the look of it. A bit like what we had at Marham, actually. Now, will they be going into a PFO or anything like that? Let's have a look. Yep. shot. I'm pretty sure this measures on the Richter scale around here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'll tell you what I did a while ago. Who remembers that iconic scene, Jurassic Park, with that cup and the water? I did that here. I had my mobile phone on it because obviously I had this to do, and it does rumble. So one day I'll do it again and I'll put it on for you. It was hilarious when they were taking off. Water actually rumbles. These are our last two. There is somewhere a C-17 that's look at this. High key, here we go. Going into high key. So the F-35s are now going to perform a PFO, a practice flame out, also known as a simulated flame out. Now, flame out is not a stall, the engines are still running, it's just not burning, combusting, everything's turning. Oh, I did have it. Hang on, where are you? Hang on a minute. Yeah, so it's just not combusting. Oh, there's one up there as well. It's just not combusting the fuel. The trick here is to take it to high key, which is sort of 9,000, 10,000 feet. And the idea is to try and scoop up as much air as possible. So the idea is not to actually land it, but to actually restart the engine. But of course, if you're fortunate enough to be above your airfield, and it's going to scoop in as much air. Now, there's no point just putting in fuel into it because you might just flood it. So the pilots are going to literally turn their aircraft into a glider. To simulate it, the pilot puts it into idle and then just you know, simulates the whole precautionary flame out procedure. It's a bit like taking your car 10,000 feet and trying to bump start it, but please don't, disclaimer, don't take your car 10,000 feet unless you're Tom Cruise or Jackie Chan or something, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gonna get in trouble one day, and it'd be on the news. Oh, here we go. Low approach, here we go. I don't think that C-17's coming here today. So now you can hear a loud bang. That's the pilot just taking it off idle. Here we go. life. I keep stepping on my cables today. I've got a habit of stepping on the cable today. Let me just move that cable out of the way. It's because there's no wind. The wind's usually blowing the cable away from my feet. I mean, that sound, seriously, you can't get tired of that. I mean, and there we go, touchdown. And that, my friends, is how you do it. It's 48 fighter wing in a nutshell, that one. And that's just from one type of aircraft as well. Well, it's certainly been a memorable Friday. And just to think, it's only been 7, you know, and this proves my point. It's not about how many, it's what, you know, it's the quality of it. And it's certainly been quality again. Thanks a lot for getting us to 1,000 likes as well. Yay! Oh, what a day. Well, that's all our F-35s back. That's mission complete. Time for a cup of tea. I'll be right back. You too, you take care. How'd you lose a cup of tea? Oh, there it is. Good. Very good. Yeah, again, like the same as yesterday, 7 movements, really. That was in 7 flights.
Actually, it's just a bigger.
Well, but that's, yeah, so
Yeah.
it was 7 minutes away, but they have to wait. It's not far, it's sort of Norwich, yeah, around there, it's doing some... You've got a knife, haven't you? Yeah, so it's...
We're so not
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi, you alright, man?
Hello.
How's it going, alright?
Hello, mate.
You okay?
Yeah, good holiday, yeah?
Yeah, good. I'll catch that C-17-ish. I'd say it'll be on its way now.
Yeah, it should be. Just, you just hear it if you listen to it.
It's a shame it's 0.5 though. It's always impressive in the computer, but then you can't have it all.
Yeah. We've got some quick climbs in the centre.
100%, it's so good. But I like the mixture because you get to appreciate the climb rate from here, seeing them just go like. But here you get that. You feel it rather than see it.
Yeah. Even louder, as you said,
135 decibels I've got in my little thing. I've got a little pedometer, I call it. The F-15 has got 135 decibels, but only goes up to 135.
I wonder how loud the hover is.
I've tried it. I think I got to 132. It depends how far I'm stood.
Because you're far away from it. I mean, you're really close to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I reckon
So
it would be loud.
132. Where was that? That was at. I think I was at React. Stood on the cloud line. I think it was at an air show, either React or somewhere at Cosford. One of the two. But here, just yeah. So I'd say they'd register 135 decibel easy, but I think anything above 130 is absolutely painful.
Much louder.
Typhoon, I think I got 134.9, so it's neither here or there, and I'm not as close as I am to here. So they've all got technically 135. Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, they are loud. All aircraft are loud anyway. Yeah. Now, the Lancaster. When I had a taxi ride, oh my god, it was loud. I should have put the ear defenders on. Being level with the wings, it hurt. Now it's like that's loud. It's gonna hurt.
I've been on a Chinook once. That's loud when you're on it.
Yeah.
Did you have a good look at Holditch?
I had the two tutor displays.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was good.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And 4 of these F-35As, they were really high angle. Very high, but I've never seen them that high. But yeah, but good flying, really good flying. The amount of times I've been there and they've used guns and bombs, it's so good. You know, you just gotta go there, otherwise you'll never see it. You're gonna get days where they don't use anything, and you're gonna get days where they do. The tutor display was fun.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was fun.
They got practice at Crown.
Yeah, what they do, and I think maybe the Typhoon will do it as well, which they do, is to train them to to practice display over the sea. So when they go to Eastbourne, when they go to places by the sea, to get used to it because they haven't got an airfield. Yeah, so it's to train them again somewhere where there's a nice airspace and to get used to practicing. So Cleethorpes, they'll be doing that's quite similar actually. Cleethorpes, that harbour bay, and what's the other one? Scarborough. Quite similar to the Wash in some ways. Yeah, just to get because it's like almost like a rectangle. To get used to that. So yeah, it's good. And then they'll probably do practice display somewhere like Mark. They can do. They're allowed. It's just to get them used to doing a display somewhere away from the base. Because that's what they're going to do. That'd be quite cool.
Hopefully we have a few practice roll demos. So hopefully we'll do it this year.
I'd love to see that. I've not seen them practice a roll demo before. Yeah.
What's the Typhoon got down to? Is he down to his 100 feet?
Minimums now. Yeah. Down to
Has he got
display.
his PDA?
Yes. Yeah. Just waiting for PDA day, which
Is that a few Just a week.
Sometime in May, towards the end of May.
So they're still doing practice.
Yeah, so he'll probably do a couple of flat displays and do full displays and just keep doing it.
This year only full.
Yeah. I've seen loads of full.
This year's full.
Yeah. I've seen this year's full. It's savage. It's pretty good.
Think it's better than last year? They switch up a bit. Some of it's quite similar, but they do switch up.
It's different, and I like that, and that's what they've done. That's what I like. They take bits of last year's best bits and then add it on. I like what he's done. I like what he's done with the high alpha, and just does one loop, goes in fast, and finishes it off. There before that was halfway, and I like that because you kind of like slowed it right down from being fast paced, whereas you went slow then fast and then end it. He does his fast display, ends it with a high alpha, and then finishes it off, and I think that works. And it's different. I wouldn't say it's better, it's neither here. I like the fact that it's different and it's hard to do. You've got two planes that are exactly the same. What are you going to do with it, And I like that, and that's the whole. I think that's why they pass on to the next pilot, and I like that idea. Gives the knowledge to the next one. Yeah.
I think one of the best parts of last year's anyway was the end where he's probably 500 miles an hour and just pulls up.
Yeah, it's the same ending.
It's the same.
Yeah. But he goes. I call it. Well, we used to call it the leaping salmon because it's named after Ted. Well, because he's dragon, roll, we called it a slow roll. He does a slow roll into the high alpha. That's really nice.
Yes. Is he still doing that?
Yes. So, but we call it the leaping dragon because his call sign's dragon. Yeah. And but he does the high alpha with the slow barrel roll, and then he picks up the speed, just one long turn, and then up and finish. And I like that.
Is that a full 9G?
Yeah. And he told me, Dragon told me that flat displays, and a lot of people are like, it's a flat display because of the weather. He actually says it's containing a shorter airspace, so it's a lot more 9G in a flat display. It's actually harder. So,
any high speed buses?
about 600 miles per hour.
How many does he do?
Two, one halfway and three. One running in. He runs in with the high speed and he just bleeds the speed.
It is the full when he first comes in.
Yeah, that one's good. It's a nice sound. And then he does one at the end, but one mid display. Better change my battery before it just dies. He's low at altitude now.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it's all good fun. It's all good fun. Let's change the battery. Swap battery.
Try to find some good screenshots and videos.
Yeah, man. Showed you Bolt's flight, yeah.
Yes.
That's a thumbnail for the video for that.
Yes.
That one.
Yeah. I was hoping. I don't know if it's quite as good as your normal one. If it's quite as high res, but it's still.
Yeah.
I know you record it.
Yeah, it's a screenshot from the camera, that one.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Or one of the hovering sunset.
How we doing, ladies, gents and teddy bears? Hope we're all good and well. So we just got our C-17 to finish up our show, and that's it. Weekend hasn't been too bad, but today is a great example of you don't need that many takeoffs to have a really enjoyable day. I mean, those low approaches were enough to scare ants, isn't it? Goodness me. So we've got 100% battery. Gonna run out. think we've got the same jacket.
Yeah, I know. That's what it was.
I was like, hey, he's got my jacket on.
Must be a sign.
Yeah. No, they're good, they aren't they?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Definitely get the use out of you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Goodness me. Right, how we doing, ladies? Gents, teddy bears. The C-17 is not far now. And the owner of the bear is coming back. Should we find out what he's going to name it? He's been on the show, and there was a couple of names suggested.
Okay.
So one named after you, Bear Tosh.
What?
sorry. Yeah. You are under no obligation to take that. And also Bowler Bear, as in the bowlers.
Okay.
There's a few on there. He's been on. He has got a voice. You know what I mean? Yeah. I gave him a voice, and yeah, he was pretty good. And I told him to support the. Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. You heading back now, or you finished for the day?
No.
It's just a C-17.
Yeah. Just try to catch you and say how's it going.
Yeah, great.
Not much, but they do a nice job.
That's what I mean. I literally just said that. I said you don't need that many aircraft to have a good. It was what, 7
of them?
7 takeoffs, and we had like great fun. Those low approaches. Who have we got here? Who's this? Duck.
Were you the guy that found the other duck?
No.
Someone else found a duck. We left one.
Okay, is this to go on the show? Yeah. We'll name the duck. Don't worry, we'll give it a name and all. Thank you. Oh, you got another one. Goodness me. How many have you got?
Oh, I'm knocked up.
I see.
The duck show.
The duck show. There we go. Yes. So he's been on, and he's had a good time.
I saw that 6 past 10, I think it was. I was watching you when it was quiet. So I was watching you on the phone, and I saw that. It's huge. It takes all the
Yeah, he
screen.
took up the whole screen there. Why not, innit?
Yeah. Are you finished? You still?
I'm still going. Yeah.
Still live?
Just waiting for the C-17.
Yeah, that's great.
Looks like they're doing the cables for the C-17 now. Yeah.
I think they just don't fit today.
C-17. Thank you very much, Shannon. Nash. You know. Yeah, they even said Wojtek, as in Wojtek the bear, the Niedźwiedź.
Yeah.
That was his famous bear, isn't it? For the Polish army. They got. Have you been to Edinburgh and seen the statue of Wojtek? It's an amazing statue. They got one with I forgot his name, but with one of the one of the Polish army. He's a minute. I'll do it now. Wojtek the bear, Edinburgh. Yeah, he's a very famous bear, isn't it? Images. There in Edinburgh, I've seen that.
Oh.
It's pretty cool, and it tells you the story, and it's got like little stories of when he was a baby, and they were giving him, I think they were giving him beer, or vodka or something. They were giving him something, smoking everything. It's a good story though.
Popular one.
But they made him an officer because they didn't allow pets.
Oh, okay.
So they were going to bring him back from. Where were they? I think I don't know if it was in Italy. And they found him. Do you know the story about this? Oh no! So the Polish army found him. They wanted to take him back to wherever they were going to go on to the war. And they said no pets, and they said he's not a pet. So they made him part of the Polish army. They gave him a rank, number, and everything. Enlisted him, and he caught a spy. He would Wojtek would take the bombs and guns and stuff, and help the army. Yeah, he was actually in combat at this bear, and he retired at Edinburgh Zoo. You know, he had a good home.
Wow.
Yeah.
I need to get deep in that.
Huh?
You need to just dig inside.
Yeah, have a look, mate. Yeah. There's a book about it as well, Wojtek the bear, and I've done a video on it as well. But yeah, it's a very famous bear.
So we got the name.
Yeah, Wojtek.
Wojtek Jr.
And we could call it Wojtek Jr. So you're going with Wojtek Jr. That sounds good. I like that. Wojtek Jr. Yep, there we go. So we've given it, we've given the bear a name. It's Wojtek Jr. Love it.
Mate, just a little bit behind the bushes.
How we doing, ladies and steady bears?
sorry, yeah,
Hope we're
fine,
all
mate. Cheers, bud.
good.
Thank you.
The C-17's been a bit shy at the minute. I think they're just waiting for the cables to. Yeah, just waiting for the cables to take them away quickly, so it can.
So he's still got a ground.
Yeah, it should. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see the crew now that they're sorting the cables out. I think so. I would have thought so. Oh, you've been lucky this time, yeah? Oh, it was a good day, yeah, you know. It was a good day. It's my phone, right? There we go. So we're just gonna literally welcome the C-17 that was here this morning, but had to divert due to the fog. The state of the fog here was pretty bad. Believe it or not, this is the new flag. We do have a pack of 6 or something of these, so we'll be all good. How we doing? Dieter, Alan Burden, Remco de Vrij, Michael Woodringe, Alan Gates, Margot, how we doing? Davey, Graham Robert, how you doing as well? Welcome to the show. Steve Evans, EP65, a high five to you. Thanks for gifting a Ted Coningsby membership. A Guards March to you. James Beatwell, thank you very much for that super chat. High five, paw pump, and a salute for that one. Thank you very much. A Guards March for that super. Who's put, you're very welcome. Glad I can help you get Ted some salmon and get yourself a drink and a bite to eat. Will do, man. Thanks a lot to James Beatwell for that wonderful super chat. Also a high five and a paw pump and a high five. There you go. Paw pump there for James Beatwell for gifting 5 Ted Coningsby memberships. Thank you so much. Guards March. And Elon Musk, TCS fan. Well, thanks a lot, Elon Musk, for joining the channel. High five, and I shouldn't laugh really because he's probably watching. Elon, you're right, mate, yeah? Cheers, man, for being our communications manager up there. Shout out to the TCS and the Point Charlie Crease. If anyone went to our party last year will know that Elon did make the Ted Coningsby party, and I don't know what, he was either kidnapped or he kidnapped the fans, and apparently he came here. There's photos of him here, Marham. They even took him to Marham. It's a photo of him by the sign. Apparently he ordered some McDonald's in Ipswich or something like that, and yeah, nice. Thanks a lot, Elon Musk. Nick Knox, thank you very much for your 3 years membership. Congratulations. Guards March. Also, Blocks, 37 months membership. Also, again, thanks for being a spanner as well. Thank you to everyone that makes this community so special. Thank you very much. It is indeed absolutely brilliant. Black Z1, great show as usual. Thank you very much. Alan Burden, how you doing? Davey, Margot, Remco, DeVray, HSD, Ben, how you doing? So we're just finishing up the show. If you, I'm on the chats now. If you want to have a little say, go for it. Got Max Latham. Hi Max, how you doing? So I'm not always on the chat room, sadly, but. I'm sure in the future you can have like spectacles with the chat in one eye and then filming in the other eye, but then I don't know. Then I'd be like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator or something, wouldn't I? But yeah. Oh, by the way, yesterday's history at Marham, when I was talking about Marham's nuisance raid, you know, the raid to spoil Hermann Göring's and the celebration of the Third Reich and the 10-year anniversary. When Göring was about to step up, it was the music wasn't classical music. It was like marching music, some marching military band music, which I actually found on Imperial War Museum's website. There's a whole hour's worth of it. So if you want to have a look at that. So it wasn't any of the composers or anything like that. Well, actually, I don't know who composed it, but have a look at that. It was rather interesting. Tell you what, do you know what I'm going to watch tonight? I think I'm going to watch A Bridge Too Far. Might watch that tonight. It's a classic. Might watch that. It's a classic, that one. I regret putting my jacket back on now. I don't know. If I take it off, it'll rain. So I might not. Might just keep it on for a minute. That was Paul Newman, that just setting off on his bike. I'm not sure what's going on with the C-17 actually, so I'm not really sure. Reach 278. We don't have fog. Actually, have they sorted the cables out? They'd only just done these ones as well. They've done this end as well. Cool.
Just changing the place.
The wings
Oh, another Friday, no 15s.
Well, yeah. I've got to make it.
Bev 2810, Nikos, can you wish my mum a happy birthday for Sunday? Bev, if you just put your mum's name, I will do. Oh, it's that time of year now for wasps. Carry on. You've not been cleared to squawk 7002 and sting my arm. Cool. Yes, Bev, I can do a happy birthday for your mum for Sunday. If you would like to share her name, we will do. How we doing, Hank for Huel? How's it going? It's an interesting looking spider. Hello. I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen one very luminous before. Okay. C-17 is on the way now. There we go. Davey, thanks a lot. Alan Gates, how we doing? Just had a super chat in from Dave Forrester. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, Nikos and Ted. Thank you. Wojtek Jr. That's his official name. He's been welcomed. Dieter, yeah, that movie I think had the most expensive cast, or shall we say a really mad cast in that A Bridge Too Far. It's amazing. Everyone wishing Bev's mum a happy birthday for Sunday. Nice one. It's very nice of you all to do that. It's very good. That's what the community's all about. Righty72, how you doing? Have a great weekend all. Oh, Lynn. Okay, Lynn. Happy birthday to Lynn for Sunday. Bev's mum. There we go. Oh, is that a Beluga? Well, that's only one way to find out. It is. Cool. Not many H-tails around, is there? Tell you what, there's our little competition. How many H-tails can you name? Right, I'll start with some old school ones, shall I? Lancaster, Halifax, go for it, go. Put them in the comments. How many H-tails do you know of? Past and present, go for it. Skyvan? That's a class. CV-22 Osprey?
Counting helicopters.
Oh, we count. Did I say aircraft? I think I said aircraft. Yeah, we can count that. Helicopters, because they do. There are H-tail ones, aren't they? Not that I know any. But...
I think the Junos or Junos.
Are they?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Answers on a postcard. Did someone just say Bundesliga? What? Hang on a minute. Oh, Beluga. Davey, sorry man, I thought you said Bundesliga, but you put Beluga.
German football?
Yeah. Jens loves Bundesliga. So here we go. Right, we've got B-25 Mitchell. Got 747 Space Shuttle Carrier, Antonov 225. The Constellation, Shackleton. Osprey, we've got a Hawkeye, very good. Vampire, A-10, very good, yep. The B-24 Liberator, look at this, doing good. Bundesbeluga. I like that one, that's good. Antonov 124. Very good, some good answers on here. Just realised the bugs me when the screen's not in the middle. I've just done one of those, sorry. Alright, the 3/3 rule is fine, but in fact looks like I've subsided here. What's going on here? Have I got a flat tyre or something? Alright. And you probably would have noticed throughout the day we'd have had some excessively large hairs. Airfield seems, I think jet fuel like increases muscle mass on hairs, I think, in this vicinity. Right, what else we got here? Lancaster, you got that Hampden? Yes. HE162. Yeah, P-38 Lightning. What is that class as a H-tail? Because that's a very good point. That is a very good point. I don't know. AN-22, B-25. Avro York. Yes, very good. Look at you. Lancastrian. Blackburn Beverly. Very good. Osprey. Some great stuff here. The 1049 Super Constellation, really good. Actually, while I'm doing that, I think the C-17 is just about to go over Soham for long finals. Here we go. Right. Not far now. Felt bad. I told the gentleman the C-17 was 7 minutes away, but that didn't include, you know, 50 low approaches. But that's what I mean. I did say about GMT, stands for Greek maybe time. You have to times it by 5 when you go to Greece. Just times whatever they say by 5 as a duration. Times 7 times 5, 35. That works out well. 35 minutes later. If you're given a time, as in 4 o'clock, just add 2 hours. Just it's very relaxed out there. And there we go. So this C-17 was here this morning, but the fog, there was so much fog, they probably thought they were landing in Middle Earth or something. It was pretty spectacular fog, really. Now we got weather just like the Bahamas. Look at this, beautiful. Salmon delivery for Ted there. Did you know the C-17 can hold 23,000 pieces of whole salmon? That's based on Ted's diet of 3 kilo whole salmon. Amazing, isn't it? Look at that, it's beautiful. Listen to them. Beautiful Pratt & Whitney F-117 engines, 40,000 pounds of thrust in each. That's equivalent to about a Typhoon on each engine, or just over 40,400 pounds of thrust on each engine. We go. Nice way to end the show. Supposed to start the show, but couldn't, sadly, and that's why it's important to have a diversion airfield. Really important, which in this instance was Prestwick, because of course Mildenhall had the same situation. Pretty cool. Right, well that's us done. It's time to finish. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Good. Right, let's finish up. On my phone and finish up for the day. Right, Dave Forrester, thank you very much for your super chat. High five and a Guards March for you. Thank you very much for that. Lots of you still putting into me your answers. Thank you very much for those that took part in that. Dave Forrester, who's put have a great weekend, Nikos and Ted. Thank you very much. Also, we've got Elsie as well with 32 months membership. Thanks, Ted, Nikos, Spanner Flight and TCS. Great place to be. Well, thank you all very much for tuning in. Also, make sure Lynn has a... Yeah, bye, you two. Take care. Have a good weekend. Yeah, so Lynn, have a good birthday on Sunday. That's Bev's mum. Or no, Bex. Sorry, Bex's mum. Well, if you're called Bev and you've got a mum called Lynn, happy birthday to her as well. Right, let's... right, I think that's it. Done. Peace out. Thank you very much. Sounds really good. Right, ladies, gents, teddy bears. Finishing up. My name's Nikos. Hope you've all enjoyed the show. So 48 Fighter Wing, thank you very much. Ladies, gents, teddy bears members, hope you had a great time with us this week. It's been really good. Absolutely amazing. Some good fun, a nice mix of aircraft. If you put all the aircraft that we've had this week, it's been a pretty good mix. So that'll do. That'll do. Let's hit the button and go into the weekend. My name's Nikos. I've been your cameraman, historian and commentator. This is Squadron Leader Ted Coningsby. We've also had Wojtek Jr on the show as well. So for the last time for the week, it is see you soon. Wish you well. Take care, everyone. See ya. Hit the button, Ted, hit the button. It's a bit of a drop for you down there, mate. Let's hit the button. Shove a little button up here, really. But one day. One day. Just hit the button. Oh yeah, ladies, sheds and teddy bears, welcome to the Ted Coningsby channel membership. I'm Nikos, I'm your cameraman and commentator. This is our squadron leader, Ted Coningsby. Just want to say a massive thank you to all our members. Guns up and oh yeah. Take it away, Ted. Ladies, sheds and teddy bears, we want to say a massive thank you to all of our subscribers for getting us to where we are today. We have gone all over the country, from as far as Lossiemouth to Bryce Norton, and military areas such as air weapons ranges, low flying areas, heritage centres and special flights for TED 2. We cannot do this without your support, and your support will be rewarded. You can now join the Ted Coningsby Squadron and help fund the channel to get us around the country and provide us with the funds for equipment to bring you better content too. We have 3 levels of membership to suit everyone. With your membership, you'll get access to members only videos, photos, posts, unlock special Ted Coningsby YouTube emojis and loyalty badges, as well as being able to access our exclusive members only Discord server. All membership levels reward you with discounts to our online store. Our top level Fighter Squadron was inspired by many of our fans who supported the channel massively. This is more of a personal experience with me and Ted, giving you exclusive live streams and content from behind the scenes photos, special info and updates, as well as a free Ted Coningsby Fighter Squadron patch for joining. Whichever membership level suits you, we want to say a massive thank you for choosing to join the Ted Coningsby Squadron. Ah, yeah.